Nice to meet you. We already had the chance to meet each other, but for the video I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Chloé and I'm studying social work at the Simone Weil High School. I'm pretty glad to see you today for this little project. To be quick, our professor asked us to make a short video about one aspect of social work, such as the value, the mission, or even the public. For this project, I decided to meet some professionals to make an interview about the public they're working with and ask them a few questions, but as we already know, the context asks us to be at home as much as possible. So even if it's impossible to meet physically, I'm gonna ask you a few questions about your work, your course, and most important thing, about the public you are working with. So after this not that short introduction, maybe you can introduce yourself?
Thank you, Chloe, for this reminder. So, my name is Manon and I've been a social worker for 5 years. I've started to work just after my graduation in a home for people with disabilities for 1 year. I was helping them in their daily life. During these years, I've met a young woman suffering from hearing impairment. At the beginning, it was difficult to understand each other because I had no skill on that subject, but I learned sign language to communicate. This woman told me a lot of things about her handicap and the issues it creates in their life. This encounter made me realize that I wanted to learn more about them and also that I wanted to dedicate my life helping those people.
This is such an inspiration. So where are you working exactly?
I'm now working in an organization that helps those people to find appropriate work due to their health disabilities. Thanks to that, I'm working with a lot of people suffering from different disabilities, such as mobility impairment, physical disabilities, mental disabilities, cognitive impairment, or mild disabilities.
And why have you chosen to work with this public?
For me, working with people with disability can give us as much as we can give them. It's important that everyone can feel included in society and that everyone is on the same basis of equality. There's still a lot of work to be done on this, but I think it's possible. Since 1975, there has been a large evolution from the compulsory coverage of care, education, vocational training, jobs, and guarantee of minimum of resources, such as the allowance for the disabled by the states, and keep work in the ordinary environment. To the equal opportunity, participation and citizenship of these people, and the importance of their accessibility in 2005.
I know that a lot of decisions have been taken in those last years to help people with disabilities, but there are still some difficulties left concerning studies for the younger one, or finding a job when people are afraid of disabilities, social and professional integration also, or even finding an appropriate housing. What is your opinion on that? Is it true, or there are some things that are changing right now?
Things are changing even if it's slower than what we want. It's changing thanks to this law, but also thanks to the internet. We are living in a time where a lot of people learn much more thanks to scrolling on social media than what we expect. And a lot of people decide to use those social media not only to make entertainment, but also to share knowledge. It's wonderful to see how people are changing their mind concerning people suffering from disabilities, even if some people are saying that it's not enough. I think that it's as important.
I was not expecting this kind of response, and it makes me think about our own involvement in that kind of topic. Well, it's time for me to thank you for responding to my different interrogation. I'm feeling more aware of what is changing concerning people with disabilities, and I have learned a lot of things in addition to my initial course. I hope that this video will help other people just like it does for me. Thank you again for taking this time to exchange on this subject.
You're welcome. Don't hesitate if you have more questions on this subject.
I will, don't worry about this. Goodbye.
Goodbye.